Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 4, Villarreal 1. Isn't this the biggest win of the season for Real Madrid? I think it is. I mean, look, it was bigger than I expected. I predicted, I think, 3-1, but it didn't really come as a surprise, and I don't think it is a surprising result that Real Madrid won and won pretty convincingly because Real Madrid at home tend to play very well, and against a team that are mid-table, I think Villarreal, you know, can take away some positives, but they are mid-table and they are 13th, 14th. You know, it was always going to be a pretty comfortable win for Real Madrid. So you know what? Delighted with that. Of course, last season we did struggle to Villarreal, um, especially away. But of course, this was a home game, so you know it's different. The Madrid atmosphere, the Santiago Bernabeu, everything about it just is different. And I mean, what else can we say about Jude Bellingham? I mean, he is just absolutely killing it at the moment, and that isn't even like, we haven't even said this like once or twice. It has been the whole season that Jude Bellingham has been at this top level. And once again, he scores, and once again, he proves it. Great, great goal. Um, but I'll start off with talking about Villarreal here because, look, they were dominated for basically the whole game. They did score in the second half, but like I said, whole game they were dominated. They really did much. They really didn't, you know, make us had to worry a lot. And personally, I think that it was really expected. But again, they scored a goal. They can probably take away some positives, maybe more negatives than positives. But still, um, it's not easy to come to the Bernabeu and get something, especially when you are pretty much struggling. But for Real Madrid, that win does mean that Real Madrid are now top of the table. Of course, Girona have to play Alaves, so we'll see what happens. But that means Real Madrid are now 7 points clear of Barca and 8 points clear of Atletico. Girona, if they win, they could go 10 points clear of Atletico and 9 points clear of Barca. That is massive. That is massive because if Atletico Madrid and Girona are 10 points off each other after 18 games, 17 games, 18 games, how many games it has there been? 17 games. After 17 games, basically halfway through the season, it's going to be a big, big gap. Of course, Girona do have to play Atletico, I think next week, if I'm not wrong. But we'll talk about that, of course, when the time comes. But that is, and that yeah, that is a big, big win for Real Madrid today. Um, let's talk about the goal. Firstly, Jude Bellingham, like we said, great, great goal. Um, yeah, good play from Vasquez into Modric, a little cross in. Bellingham heads it in. 1-0, second goal. Um, Rodrigo, who scored it. Um, I think it came off a corner and it was just scrambled around the box. No one really got to the end of it. Villarreal didn't get to clear it. Real Madrid, you know, didn't get to have a player at the end of it, but he somehow comes to Rodrigo at the in the box, and he slots it home to make it 2-0. Half time, 2-0 up, and then second half after 10 minutes, Morales um, scores. Look, should have done better, Lunin. I think the goal is definitely preventable, but hey, so be it. Because literally 10 minutes later, Brahim Diaz, what a goal. He went for it alone, but it paid off. And Modric on his left foot as well wraps it up to make it 4-1. And that really was the game. Um, but let's talk about the starting 11. I think Lunin could have done a lot more better to deny um, Morales, but hey, um, that's the game really. Lucas Vasquez was decent. Rudiger, decent as always. Now, I want to talk about this, right? Alaba. Now, Alaba is out for the rest of the season. He's picked up an ACL, just like Militao, just like Thibaut Courtois. And here is my concern. Firstly, is centre back. Yes, you've got Rudiger, and yes, you've got Nacho. But that is not enough for the next 6 months of the season. From January to June, or May, or whatever, that is not enough. You can't have two centre backs playing every single game. And you can't also rely on players to play out of position. So I don't want to see, this potential rumor and news that Mendy is gonna be the centre back and Frank Garcia is gonna be left back, or Tchouaméni is gonna be centre back, or anything like that. That is just, I think, basically what that reminds me of is a guy who can't swim and he jumps into a river and he's just screaming help, 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 help. But the question is, why would you jump in the river in the first place? And that is the exact thing. If you know that you are going to drown, you wouldn't jump in. That is the problem. We know that if we don't send a centre back, we are going to fail. We are not going to go far. So we have the chance to prevent that by going out and signing a centre back. And even if it is a loan, even if it is a cheaper end signing, you're not looking at your top end centre back signings because it's January. But even if you go out and sign a centre back who may be, out of favour at their club, or sign a player who is being wanted to being loaned out or something like that, that would still be something good. Of course, centre back is a must sign right now, really a must sign. Two centre backs out, and you got two centre backs to rotate with for 6 months. That's not possible. So I hope that Real Madrid go out there and make a decision, and the decision has to be, we are going to go and sign a centre back, whether that be a loan, a cheap signing, or whatever. We have to do it. And I've heard rumors, Inacio, I think from Sporting. I have no idea how good he is, but whatever that may be, go out there and sign a centre back. Mendy was alright. The midfield, Bellingham and Modric were great. Valverde and Cruz were good in the midfield, and Brahim Diaz and Rodrigo were very good. My man of the match, it's tough. You could give it to any of the goal scorers. Personally, I might just say Modric. Technically got the assist for the second goal, and the first goal actually scored as well. Modric, of course missed the penalty against Union Berlin, but he's bounced back and has done really, really well today. And obviously Nacho, Joselu, Tchouaméni, Ceballos and Fran Garcia came on. Didn't really make much of an impact, but we don't really expect much from them. And look, Real Madrid back at the top. Of course, next up for Real Madrid, it's Alaves away. So that will be the final game of the year. That'll be the final game of the year. Away from home. Obviously, the Villarreal game was the last game at home of the year. But we go into the new year, already 7 points clear of Barca. Of course, anything could happen in the next game. But Real Madrid 7 points clear of Barca and 8 clear of Atletico, I think has to be the takeaway from this. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.